Trini, I just approved for an H-1B visa to start work in July. Can my spouse, who's a U.S. citizen, do a concurrent filing for my green card? The answer is yes. File an adjustment, I-45 and I-130 simultaneously. Ami, hello, Brad. How so I ensure that I'm downloading the correct and update forms for filing? Well, if you go to the USCIS website and download it, that's the most updated form. You can't be more certain than downloading the form directly from USCIS. Uma Brasilera, not America. Can I file a marriage status one day after marriage, or should I wait a month? No, file one day after marriage. Get it going. Get your application in. I'm a big proponent of that. Priscilla Lauren, my parents were all U.S. citizens, but they passed away. They never applied on my behalf. I was under 10 years old when they got their citizenship. What can I do to have my green card? I never traveled to the U.S. Unless your parents were citizens when you were born, there's nothing you can do because they never filed for you after you were born. So unfortunately, you got to figure out another way. Prince, hi, Brad. I'm a U.S. citizen. I filed for my parents. Can I still file for my fiance? Yes, you can. Alex, I got my green card 2018. When can I go for my citizenship? 90 days before November 28th, 2023. So that would be August, September, October. That would be September 1st, 2023. 90 days before. Good evening. I did my biometric. I haven't received my social security number nor work permit. It happens. You'll get it soon. I promise you. Is there premium processing for I-601 waiver? No, unfortunately, no. And I-601 waivers are taking a while. Can I file for my niece? She is in Jamaica. No, you can't file for your niece. I have a friend who got married January 2022 and filed July 2022, but due to a bad lawyer, she hasn't gotten a receipt or response till date. What can be done? Change lawyers. The best thing you can do is find a good lawyer. Richard Sow, I've married someone who is not a U.S. citizen. We will file the I-45 and I-131 so that she can visit her sick father. Would this be the appropriate forms to fill out? Only if you're in legal status. If you're not in legal status, you can't file an adjustment. Arthurine Richards, good evening, Brad. I filed for my husband. I'm waiting for approval of the I-824. I'm interested in applying for a visiting visa for my stepdaughter. Would that interfere with the open immigration case? Yes, it will, and she's not going to get a visitor's visa, unfortunately. Colleen, my son's father filed for him in 2013, and they keep putting it back, saying he was a child over 21, wife, he's divorced, he wants to visit. His dad who's sick wants to see him, but can't get a visiting visa. They say he has to wait until the filing comes through, but dad wants to see him. Unfortunately, can't. Once you apply for a green card, they're not going to give a visitor's visa, and we just got to wait on the waiting list, unfortunately. Nikisha, after filing the I-751 in 2021, 5 years of marriage in June 2023, can you apply for citizenship anytime after? Yes, you can, anytime after. Mas, if petitioner became a U.S. citizen while F2B cases at the National Visa Center are now eligible to do adjustment of status under F1, is it possible to do adjustment of status with USCIS? Is it necessary to first request the NVC for I-130 upgrade? No, just file the adjustment and request from the NVC simultaneously. Mas, does non-marital certificate need to be included with I-45 for first preference petition? Could always help. Always help. It doesn't have to. All right, we're going to do 2 or 3 more. Delicious. Hi, Brad. Can my son and his wife file an I-130 for his 11-year-old daughter in Jamaica? She did not get his or her mom's last name, but my son took care of her from birth. Your son can file if he's the biological father. If he's not, then he can't. Or if he is the stepfather and he can prove the biological relationship between his wife and the child. Even if the wife's name, the mother, is not on the birth certificate, you always take a blood test. I think that was the question. So this is the stepfather filing for a child in Jamaica, but the mom's name is not on the birth certificate. So you can always do a blood test to prove she's the mother. And last question of the day goes to Sandy Everbless. Can someone who received a green card through VAWA and divorce apply for citizenship at 3 years? And the answer is absolutely, positively yes. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.